The Dana Women's Art Series was actually started by a Douglass alumni. It was created to give opportunities to women's artists to exhibit. And it is the longest running art series on women in this country. We wanted to sort of see how students here had actually experienced a college life and what kind of material they produced inspired by this very active art scene here at the college. It was in honor of Douglass College 100th anniversary. So I immediately invited Erica and Fernanda Perron from the Special Collections to join me. So we determined that the three of us would be co-curators of the exhibit.
The exhibit was actually organized in sections, whether it was the visual arts, dance, literature, music, and theater. We found a lot of great images of dance performances, and there were also some interesting shots that were taken backstage at the Little Theater. There were productions of people putting on makeup. You know, many people could be involved in this creative endeavor in many different ways.
I was really amazed at the extent of the creativity that was happening at Douglass for a long period of time, you know, from the very beginning. One of my favorite shots was the two ladies in the Shakespeare play from 1925. I just thought it was just a gorgeous photograph. I was just amazed that they had the costumes. They had given a lot of thought to that production just by looking at that photograph.
Florence Marshall, who graduated in 1929, she had kept this diary. Florence describes student life in detail in her diary. The material that Florence gave us the voice of the person who expressed their enthusiasm when this happened. It's very difficult to collect these voices, the first-person narrative of these events. So that was very important for us.
History, these kinds of archival materials connect people to the past, and it's sort of important to understand because the past really shapes us and our identity. But also the past connects people, and I think the past can inspire people. Not just teach them, you know, mistakes, but it can also inspire us. So I would just think it would be inspiring for women to continue that tradition, just to think creatively about whatever problem that might come to them.
And I think it's very important for students today to understand sort of how they got to where they are. And there was a time when women were not admitted to Rutgers, and that changed, you know, with the establishment of Douglass in 1918, but, you know, certainly no guarantee in the beginning this was even going to succeed. So I think for current students to understand that gives them a whole new perspective on their experience at college.
We wanted to communicate to the students that this is not something that is just happening now, but has this long legacy, and they should be proud of it as being part of this continuing history. The moment the students come in, if they are infused with Douglass history, it will be forever with them. And our hope is that the students looking at an exhibition like the one that we created, they feel inspired and also empowered as Douglass women, that they have the opportunity to do anything they want.